Hey guys, it's Tanya, and I am your Tuesday vlogger for the Back to Basics WLS channel, and today I'm doing a cooking video. Today I'm going to make, it's a recipe that I found on, somebody had posted it on Facebook, and I've kind of modified it a little bit for meatloaf, and it's kind of like a cheesy hamburger meatloaf. So let's get started. The first thing you need is a pound of ground beef, and I always use the 93.7 lean ground beef because I find it makes a lot less like fat seeps out of it, and it retains the weight of the meat. I'm going to add some salt. I don't really measure when I cook. I just kind of go some pepper. And then in Louisiana, we always use the Tonys to season everything. Alright. Then it also calls for a cup of celery chopped, and I did it in my food processor. So I have a cup of celery, a half a cup of onion chopped. It calls for a cup of either crushed crackers, saltine crackers, or a cup of oatmeal, but I'm not keen on that, and I thought that was way too much. I'm doing a quarter cup of just plain breadcrumbs. I use the plain Progresso breadcrumbs. And in a quarter cup, there's 110 calories, 4 grams of protein, and 19 net carbs, 2 sugars. And I think I'm going to have, it's probably going to make about 5 portions, so, you know, it's not that much. So let me start. And and I also have, it called for 2 eggs, so I did the equivalent of 2 eggs and just egg whites. So that way it saves on the calories and it adds to the protein. So I want to drain, I see the celery has a little liquid on it. I'm going to add the celery. The onions. And the egg whites. I'm just going to do half for right now because it looks kind of like it's going to be really liquidy. So you just, it says to just blend it all together, and once it's all blended together, we're going to put half of the meat mixture in the bottom of the loaf pan. In my loaf pan, it's kind of really large. I wish I had a smaller one. But you put half the mixture in the bottom of the loaf pan and you press it down really flat. And then you put cheese on the inside. And the recipe actually calls for pepper jack cheese, but my family isn't a huge pepper jack fan. I am, but I'm not going to eat a whole meatloaf. So I actually got, let's see, hold on, I'm losing. I actually got the reduced fat cheddar jack mix, and in a quarter cup serving is 80 calories and 8 grams of protein, so that's great, and 1 carb. And so it calls to use the whole package. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what it looks like when I put it in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the whole package or not. We'll play that by ear as we go. This is my first time actually making this recipe, but it looked so good that I had to try this. Alright, let me add in the breadcrumbs. Yeah, I think a cup of any kind of breading to go into it would have been way, way, way too much. And I don't know if I'm going to need those extra egg whites. I might just do which was basically 3 tablespoons of egg whites is what I did. Smells good, huh? John is assisting me, so he's staying behind the camera today. I think I might just add a little bit more Tonys. Alright, so let me scoop out half. See, I feel like my pan is just way entirely too big. I need a smaller one to make a thick meatloaf. It's going to be kind of a thin meatloaf. Alright, so I'm getting it all flattened out. Alright, let me pause and wash my hands, and I'll be back to do the cheese and the next layer of meat, okay? Okay, so now I've washed my hands, and I'm going to put half the cheese, and I'm going to see what that looks like. Maybe a little bit. It's probably going to be about 1.5 cups, I'd say, of cheese, because you want to have it a full layer of cheese. All right. Okay. So yeah, that's about 1.5 cups I use for the cheese, and then you're going to come back and put the rest of the beef mixture on top and flatten it out. It's not too easy to flatten with the cheese on there. Alright, after I get this all flattened out, I'm going to cover it with foil paper. It says to loosely cover with foil paper and to bake at 400 for 30 minutes. Okay, and then after that you take the cover off, you bump up the heat to 425 and bake it for another 20 minutes uncovered. So I'm going to get it in the oven, and when it finishes baking for the first 30 minutes, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. You know what, I need to check my recipe. It calls to put ketchup on top with some chili powder, and I'm not sure if I do it at this point or if I do it when you uncover it. So I'll check that too, and I'll let you know when I come back. Alright, thanks. Okay guys, so I just let it bake for 30 minutes, and I did put ketchup on the top. I think I inserted a picture of it. I plan on inserting a picture with the ketchup on top. So that's what it looks like now that it's been baking for 30 minutes. And now they want you to take the top off. They want you to bump up the heat to 425 and bake it for another 20 minutes. But I see it's got a lot of liquid in there, but we'll see how it comes out. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, the 20 minutes at 425 is up, and I just took it out of the oven, and it smells fabulous, I have to say. So now it says to let it sit for 5 minutes to kind of just set, and then I'm going to cut it, and I'll take a picture of it on the plate. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to taste the meatloaf. It's good. Very good. I like the cheesy part in the middle, the ketchup on the top, the spices. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's a keeper. I think the calories were, it worked for 5 servings. It worked out to be about 160 calories, and no, 180 calories and 16 grams of protein, and I believe 9 net carbs. But I'll put all the stats at the bottom of what it worked out to be. But I would definitely make this again. Definitely. You think you want to have a bite and try it? No? All right. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. Bye, guys.